Hey guys, you are the Geek. In this video, I have the Huawei Honor 5X unboxing and first impressions. This phone came out very recently. I think it was January 31st here in the United States for only $200. Compatible with AT&T and T-Mobile and most GSM carriers. Like you see there in the boxing, there is absolutely no specs whatsoever written around the box at all. But first of all, let's go ahead and show you guys what's in the box here. What you have here is the first thing you get is the tool for the SIM card and the SD card as well. And inside this, of course, you got the instruction manuals and some paperwork as well, which is some boring stuff. Other than that, here we got the charging cable, which is around 4 foot long. It's not that long at all. And you have the, of course, the adapter, power adapter, and it's not that special at all. And of course, here with the phone, let's go ahead and take this out. One thing to keep in mind, when you grab this phone, it doesn't feel like a $200 phone. That's one first impression you're gonna feel. Here in this plastic in the back, they see in the writings, you got the nano SIM card, SD card. You got the volume, you got the power button there, you got the fingerprint sensor there. You got some labels. This is the 13 megapixel camera with a dual flash LED, which is awesome. And of course, here you got some writing there saying not to take that label off. And here you got some other instructions about this phone. For example, if you want to force shut down this phone, is pressing the power button and volume button for 10 seconds, and that's it. And as we take this out, let's take this off there. And very cool. This phone is made of brushed metal. Feels very nice. This label right here, which I'm gonna have to be taken out because it looks ugly. Of course, this phone has a 5.5 inch IPS LCD screen. And this also has another plastic here, which is at first kind of hard to see. But like I said, it has a 5.5 LCD screen with 1920 by 1080p. Here on the side, you got the SIM cards. Because this phone is actually a dual SIM card phone, you can use a nano or a micro SIM card, and you could use the SD card as well. Here you got dual speakers with micro USB port. On this side, you have the power button with the volume button. Very cool there. And of course, here you got the fingerprint sensor as well, which works very good on this phone. Here in the front, you have no button whatsoever, because the buttons that this phone has is actually on the screen. And I gotta say, it looks very nice. And the feel of it, the metal feels very awesome. Here I had to take out that sticker. It was annoying me. And like you see there, you could take it out. It won't leave any marks whatsoever at all. On top, you only have the headphone jack and that right there, which I think is I don't think it's a microphone or something like that. I don't know. But you have that right there, and that's it. So here, of course, 13 megapixel. And let's go ahead and turn this on. And I'm gonna turn this on, and after I do the initial setup, we'll be back with the video. And one thing here to keep in mind, this phone took a while to load. It took over a minute and 30 seconds, something like that, to load up. So but like I said, we'll be back with the second half of the video, where I'm going to show you guys some impressions of the phone. And right here, after the initial setup, you have to register your first finger. That way you can unlock the phone very easily. The setup is same as any other phone with fingerprint. You also have to create a PIN number just in case you're having problems unlocking the phone. You can use the PIN number. Right here, we're gonna go ahead and put in the SIM card. Right here, you put the nano SIM card and the micro SD card, which you could put up to 128 gigabytes. Not bad. And on this one, we put the normal micro SIM card. Both slots are 4G LTE compatible, which is awesome. And let's go ahead and put this one first. I'm going to be using the nano SIM card. And here later on I'll be putting a micro SD card right there. Let's go ahead and put this in. Like you see there, it's very easy to have access to both of them. If you're one of those that change the SD card a lot, you might as well have that SIM card too available at all times. Here I put the SIM card without shutting off the phone, and like you see there, it did recognize T-Mobile right away. The Honor 5X has Emotion UI, which is EUI 3.1 skin over Android. You pinch right there so you can access the home page settings. Here you can easily delete some of the pages or add some pages. Here you have access for widgets. And here you can also change transitions. It changes the way the pages move around. It has around 9 transitions, which is very cool. Here, let's go ahead back over here, and you can also access some more settings there, and you can access the home screen, wallpapers, and lock screen there. Here, notifications. You have notifications right there, and you have like you see here, you're gonna have all the notifications there. You press there and it will automatically delete all the notifications. Right here you can access the auto brightness and the brightness bar, which is very cool. You got the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth settings, auto rotate, and one cool feature, it has screenshot, which is very cool. It's very easy to take a screenshot in this phone, and after that you could go ahead and edit it as well. And after you're done editing, you can share it, you can save it, you can do whatever you want there. And of course, every time you do that, you're gonna have the notification there telling you that you have taken a screenshot. Let's go ahead and delete it. Another thing you can see here is a very cool widget that you can tap right there on the weather, and you can see the weather. You can add other cities as well. This is coming from AccuWeather, so the weather is pretty accurate. Here you got a flashlight toggle. Very cool, flashlight toggle. And you got mobile data and GPS. This phone does not have NFC. Keep that in mind. It does not have NFC, which is kind of weird, but it's a $200 phone. Here we have a theme app, which you can change the way your phone looks. It changes the icons and all that, the wallpaper. Here, let's go ahead and apply this one so you guys can see a little difference here. Like you see there, it changed the way some of the icons look. It changed the background. Look at that. Notifications stays the same, so there's nothing changing in notifications, but like you see there, a lot of the apps are actually the icons are actually different now. Here it's very easy to create a folder. You just drag an app over an app and it creates the folder. Right here, let's go to settings. Let's see here, this is how the settings look. White, and there's a bunch of things here that I'm gonna be showing you guys later on another video where I'm gonna show you guys one of the best features of this phone, or some of the best features of this phone. Like you see here in about the phone, you have some information about the phone, like the octa-core, the CPU, the RAM, the resolution, the storage, 5.1 Android 0.1, like you see there, lollipop. Here in display settings, you can also access this right here. It says display carrier name, and you could turn on and off the carrier logo. If you don't like seeing the AT&T or T-Mobile, you could turn it on and off. That's very cool. You can also turn on and off the network speed, which is in real time. Another cool feature that this phone has is a simple mode, which is like easy mode on Samsung. But I gotta say, it looks very good. I like the way it looks. If you're handling this phone to an elderly person and they're having difficulty in seeing, I like the way the buttons are so big and they look colorful. You could rearrange everything and make it look, you know, however you want it for it to look. And it's a very cool feature. I think it looks very nice. And of course, the camera is a 13 megapixel rear facing camera, HDR, autofocus, dual LED flash, and it records video at 1080p 30 frames per second. To change between modes, all you gotta do is swipe up or down and it switches between mode. It has time lapse, video, photo. It also has beautify, and of course it has a mode for taking pictures at food, which is called good food. Very cool. Of course, the front facing camera is a 5 megapixel camera. It does not have optical image stabilization, this phone, and it records only at 720p. The front facing camera records at 720p. Here in settings, you can also access other modes like all focus, slow motion, HDR, watermark, panorama, best photo, and audio note as well. Later on, I'll make another video exclusively for the camera. And of course, like I said before, this phone has EUI 3.1 skin over Android. And if you don't like it, voila, very easily you can install any Android launcher and customize your phone to your liking. If you want an app drawer like the conventional Android, you can have it right here by installing a launcher. You can install any launcher, for example, Action Launcher, Nova Launcher, any launcher whatsoever. Remember, this is Android, so you don't have to stick with whatever comes out of the box, guys. Of course, it's not going to change the notifications at all, but just like any other Android phone, you will be able to customize it to your liking. Before we finish the video, let's talk about the specs of this phone. This phone has a Snapdragon 615 64-bit octa-core processor, which is divided by two quad cores, one at 1.5 gigahertz, another one at 1.2 gigahertz. It also has 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage, but of course you can always add a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. I gotta say, guys, this phone feels very nice, and it looks very attractive as well. When you grab this phone in your hand, it's hard to believe that this phone is only $200 unlocked. That's insane. It feels very good, and sometimes it makes you think, why the hell are we spending so much money on these other smartphones? $700, $800, $900 on these ultimate badass phones, when you could get a very awesome premium phone for only $200, guys. So guys, thanks for watching the video. Later on, I'll be uploading a lot more videos for the Honor 5X. Till next time, guys.